Hi everyone, how's everyone on this lovely Friday evening? I know I don't go live very often, but I wanted to hop on here and just share a little bit about restorative healing practice with crystals. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nina. I am a healer. I'm a crystal healer, student of Toltec cosmology, and so much more. If you want to learn so much more about me, just go to my website, check me out. It's www.crystalsunhealing.com, and feel free to just check out the details down below. But otherwise, hi there, how's it going? Um, if you're hopping in, tell us where you're from, drop some hearts. But otherwise, I wanted to talk about two crystals. Woohoo! We have right here amazonite, and we have right here purpurite. So if you are wondering what purpurite's all about, I just did a video on this. It's one of the last videos I uploaded onto my channel. And I've also done a video on amazonite. But nonetheless, to give you a general idea, both of these are really good for calming the mind, calming the nervous system. They bring in soothing, calming energy. And so whenever you have a lot of anxiety or angst, or you're just like, I can't settle, or you notice that your energy is like this, you want to go ahead and grab your soothing crystals. And these are two crystals that I recently love to pair with. And especially when you have like a purple and a blue and a green mixing together, these are like upper chakra colors. So you're really helping to ground this upper energetic portion of your body. So the upper chakras and helping to ground them down. And a lot of us who are energetics are really, really sensitive to energy. We need to focus on grounding, not so much flying up into our higher chakras. And so when we feel like we're spinning out of control, we can work with amazonite, this guy right here, or this one right here, and then we can also work with purpurite. So how do I like to work with them? A lot of times people talk about this crystal is great for this and this crystal is great for that, but they don't talk about how to necessarily work with the crystal. So if you're not sensitive, right, it's because you have to build a relationship. Everything is literally relationship. And so you have to create rapport with the crystal. It's kind of like when you get a piece of jewelry and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's my most favorite piece of jewelry. And I don't know why. Well, it's like you've created some sort of energetic rapport with it. And so that's a tie, that's an emotional tie, or for example. So when you have your two crystals, it doesn't have to necessarily be these two crystals. If you have two pieces of amazonite, or if you have two pieces of purpurite. But for this purpose, I really, really, really love to mix this combination. And I like to put them into the palms of my hand, because the palms of your hand also represent like kind of like the center of your core as well. And of course, there are many nerve clusters there as well. So we're going to just go ahead and close our hands and take some deep breaths and ask with the intention to be connected with the consciousness of these crystals, right? So as you're holding the crystals in your hand, you can also use quartz crystal as well to program if you need to magnify another crystal. So that's another option. But make sure that you have the quartz crystal with a soothing crystal for it to be like super effective. Otherwise, quartz just kind of amplifies, and it's often very ungrounding. And so the energy needs to be matched with a very grounded energy. And so with the amazonite and the purpurite, so I like to take these, and then I like to move them into the sphere of my head, right? So the names of purpurite and amazonite are actually in the title, and in the description. So um, I like to hold the crystals in my magnetic field, and then you can actually feel them. They help to calm down any stagnation, any anxiety, and really work on bringing the energy back down. And so, a lot of us who tend to think or overthink so much, our energy is most likely going to be up here more often, and it needs to be grounded. And when it's not grounded, that can sometimes manifest in headaches or dizziness or clumsiness. So, those are things to just keep notice of. As far as your energy goes. And so, still, once again, I like to hold the crystals in my energetic field. And if I feel any kind of like um, congestion, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. If I feel any kind of congestion, I'll hold the crystal there longer until I feel some sort of shift. And so, for those of you who don't feel very well, let's say you might be an earth sign or an air sign, they're not necessarily the most sensitive when it comes to feeling energy. Um, you would need to use your breath to focus. So, you could do like a series of like 3 breaths or 5 breaths until you felt like the area was clear, and using that breath intentionally to cleanse and clear that area. And so these are little tidbits that I actually teach my students in the mentorship program that I have. For those of you who are curious, you can always reach out. It's located in my website. You can always send me a message, but also keep going. After you clear the head, bring it down. Of course, you want to bring it to the heart. And keep working the energy down. I like to use the crystals almost like a comb or maybe a paintbrush that's like peeling back a layer. And you can send it all the way down to the earth. And usually, after you do that practice, you're good to go. And the first time I did this, I remember these guys actually both jumped out of my bed and hit the floor. This one cracked a little bit, but it's okay. And then this one is much, much harder. So I was happy that this one didn't crack. But I thought that was interesting that both of them decided to jump onto the floor. So I guess they were clearing some significant energy. And so, with that being said, there are multiple ways. Of course, you can clear your crystals. If you have a significant amount of dense energy that you have cleaned off of yourself or any of your clients or beloveds, then you probably definitely want to put them in earth or salt water. But if the energy is not heavy, Palo Santo works really well for cleansing or whatever is locally available to you as well. So, anyways, I just wanted to hop on here and just share a little quick tidbit with you. So, this is a restorative crystal healing practice working with amazonite and purpurite, two wonderful crystals. And also pay attention to the colors of the crystals that you pair together, because that also plays a role in the harmonics of the energy that you're working towards healing. So, or bringing balance or stimulating or Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyways, so if you like this video, please like, share, comment below, help this page, share with your friends, and I'll see you next time.